And I'm back. I'm on a roll. So here's the second breath reconditioning trial video. This time we're going to do some standing work, but we're also going to do some work lying on the ground. Some of this work probably can be done either standing, sitting, or lying down. I think I'm going to leave it up to you to decide which one you do where. Not sure what my recommendation is for you yet, but let's go through what I've prepared and then maybe I'll send you a few extra notes. Okay, so this video is going to be about 12 minutes long, or the sequence is about 12 minutes long. You can make it shorter or you can make it longer by selecting what activity you do on any given day. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, it's a little unfortunate I'm dressed in black. So I have a Thera Band. It could be a scarf, and I'm going to wrap this around my ribs. You see that I've wrapped it. Okay, and I'm just going to take a breath. I'm going to hold this around my ribs, and I'm going to relax my shoulders. Okay, and I'm thinking as I'm doing it as I'm thinking as I'm speaking. Okay, thus the pauses. So I'm going to lean or relax into the band, and then I'm going to move out of the band. So I've got a little bit of pulling here. I'm pulling the band a little bit, and I'm relaxing into the band. Remember these 3 points underneath your feet that I spoke of in the intro video. I want to find that. If possible, my feet are going to be in parallel as well. Okay? You want to have an optimal body placement or alignment of your bones. Let's say it this way. So do this a few more times. Of course, you're breathing through your nose. You can breathe out through your mouth if you want to. But it's probably not a bad idea to breathe through your nose the whole thing. Or to try it, you know? So I'm breathing out as I'm curving into the band, and then I'm breathing in as I uncurve from out of the band. Okay? Then over here, I'm gonna lean into the band on one side, and then I'm gonna move out of that, and leaning into the band and moving out of that. Try to coordinate your breath through these movements. Okay, I have to talk, so my own breath is coordinated to my talking as well, my speaking. Okay, I'm going to do it a few times without talking. Breathing out. Stay in the center for one breath before moving on to the next side. So I'm going to move on to the next side. Do this a few times. I would say 3 to 5 times. And then on each side, I'm going to do a little circular, like a scoop, almost like I'm scooping with my ribs. Scooping with my ribs. And I'm trying to stabilize my hips as I do that. I'm going to do it on the other side, scooping with my ribs. Scooping with my ribs. Scooping with my ribs. And then I'm going to go back for a few breaths, leaning into the band, resting my upper back into the band, and then moving out of the band. And one more time. And then you take out the band and just see how your ribs feel. Yeah, you can throw it away. See how your ribs feel. Take a few breaths. So the next thing I'm gonna do, you can do this on the floor. I'm gonna suggest you do it on the wall. I'm gonna go do a little test. Now, my friend Val Campbell calls it the Samuel Beckett of, of these exercises. So let's have fun with it, okay? I'm gonna go put myself against the wall. I wanna see how much of me, of my back self, is touching the wall. Okay, so I'm gonna bring my heels to the wall. I'm gonna bring my feet together, hopefully touching or having the intention to touch the two toe knuckles and the heels, the ankles, and the knees. Yes, you might hate this. Just give it a little try, okay? Just give it a little try. So first of all, it's a test. I want to see how much of me is pushing away or pulling away from the wall. And so I'm going to suggest that you keep breathing through your nose. And on your out breath, you're going to rotate your arms out, putting the inner line of your arm against your side self, and try to move towards the wall. Try this 2 to 5 times, okay? Getting acquainted with this unusual demand on our inner line, midline. So I'm going to do it only 3 times today. And then you can stop that, and you're going to move away from the wall. I'm going to suggest that you just take this information and really not spend any don't waste any time worrying about, oh, this part wasn't touching and this and that. It's just information. Okay, we're taking information, but we're also stimulating our midline and our deep anterior chain, and that's where we find our diaphragm. Okay. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna head to the floor. Let's see, I'm gonna move my camera. Oh, I like this angle, it's fun. Okay, I don't need any props here, although, well, I always change my mind. Let's have this band like close by. And I'm gonna lie on my back. So, you could possibly do this sitting by the wall or sitting like this. You could do variations like this, possibly, okay? And I could possibly provide an extra video to propose variations. Okay, so I'm on the floor right now. I'm just gonna take a couple of breaths, breathing through my nose and letting my arms fall wherever they want to fall. My legs are bent and my feet are not too far nor too close to my sits bones, and I want to find that sweet spot where my thigh bones fall into my pelvis. Okay, we want to have that falling effect. Now, it might feel eerie at first, like, what is she talking about? But you will find it, I promise, okay? And then for a few breaths, as I breathe out, I'm gonna roll my pelvis. So I wanna lower my lower back, okay? So you might recall this movement from Pilates. There's some similitudes there. Probably yoga as well. So do this 3 to 5 times, okay? Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna flip my palms, and maybe I'm gonna bring my arms a little closer to my body. And on my out breath, still breathing in through the nose, out through the nose or the mouth, I'm gonna breathe out, extend my breathing, and as I do that, I'm gonna try to press my sternum down and down towards the floor and down towards my pubic bone. Okay? extending your breath. And when you get to the end of your breath, of your extended breath, so you're going to feel a bit of effort towards the end of your breath, you try to stay there before you inhale immediately. Okay, you want to keep that out breath going, or you don't want to inhale fast or stuck in the air. Okay, so try this 3 to 5 times again. So I'm going to do it two more times. So when I do this, I'm going to suggest that you let your ribs move and you make that extra effort to get to the end of your breath. Yeah, try that and do your best to keep your shoulders resting on the floor. I know it's a lot of complexity perhaps, but once you get acquainted with the movement, you will get better and better at it and more familiar. So it will become, these different layers will become more and more obvious and easy to you, okay? Next thing we're gonna do, I'm hoping that you've done my other video already when you get to this one, but you've already raked your ribs, but let's stimulate the ribs a little bit. And the upper torso where the clavicle is, the collarbone, so a little bit of stimulation here. And then I'm gonna go and I'm going to show you my belly. And I'm gonna trace the edge of the lower edge of my sternum and my ribs, okay? Keeping my shoulders on the floor. So I'm gonna trace all that lower edge of my ribs. I wanna stimulate it a bit. I can pinch it a bit or squeeze it a bit and touch the back ribs, the floating ribs. And then next thing you're gonna do on your out breath, you're gonna breathe in, and then on your out breath, you're gonna stretch out the skin over here. So the skin that's immediately underneath your ribs, and you're gonna go all around. I'm gonna go a little faster, but take your time when you do this, okay? Relax your shoulders into the ground and relax your head and eyes into your head. So my head is relaxing into the ground, my eyes are relaxing into my head. I can even have my eyes closed, okay, but I'm making a video, so I don't have my eyes closed. And pulling and breathing. And you're gonna do this all the way around, even if it's a little bit uncomfortable at the back. Try to rearrange yourself so that you can still rest on the floor. Breathe, pull, and keep your shoulder blades on the floor. Okay, so we are addressing here. Oh, that's the end of the time I got. I'm gonna go for 2 more minutes, okay? So we're addressing the tissue close to the diaphragm. Okay, and giving it a stretch. So next thing you're gonna do, you're gonna take a few breaths lying on the ground. Relax your face. So my eyes are closed to relax a little bit here. And then let's finish with breathing, alternating breathing. I'm gonna stay on the floor. I'm gonna plug one nostril and then breathe in through that open nostril and then breathe out on the other side. Breathe in on that side and then plug it and then breathe out on the other side. So you see how we're alternating, okay? So do it for about 5 times, 5 to 10 times. So right here, you could pause the video because I want to add one more thing in this video. We're gonna do a diaphragm stretch. You're gonna lengthen your legs. And my preference for myself is not to do this more than 3 times, okay? So do it 1 to 3 times. Today I'm gonna do it only 1 time. I'm going to take a breath. And then I'm gonna breathe out, 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 out. When I've completely breathed out, I'm gonna hold my breath and let my abdomen suck in. So you're gonna feel a strong lifting inside your abdomen, okay? You don't need to hold this a long time. You don't wanna make yourself dizzy, but you wanna try out that lifting. So if you tend to be dizzy, you know what? Try it 1 time, see how you like it. So let's do it. I'm gonna do it right now, okay? There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna slowly get up. I'm gonna roll to my side. I'm gonna stand up and voila. So if you have any questions, feel free to forward them to me. And I'll be checking in with you to see how it's going, what you like, what you don't like, etc., etc. Okay, thanks so much. See you later.